Hello friends, each of the steps I'm going to mention comes directly from technicians who work every day in this well-known appliance repair workshop with extensive experience. So let's get this sorted out. The F1E1 error in Whirlpool ranges is one of those that almost always points to an internal electronic communication problem. Many customers arrive saying, the stove stopped responding and F1E1 appeared on the display. And from the very beginning, we know it's not a surface level issue, but an interruption in communication between the main control board and other system components. In the workshop, we explained that when the board cannot properly coordinate the unit's functions, the system locks itself to prevent further damage. Continuing with what we see day to day, some customers say everything was working normally, and suddenly the error appeared out of nowhere. In these cases, the first thing we check is the main control board because it is responsible for managing all the commands of the oven and range. We technicians usually say, if the board loses consistency in its signals, the system immediately enters protection mode. This type of failure can appear after a voltage surge or electrical fluctuation in the home's power supply. As we move further into the diagnosis, we also find customers saying the buttons don't respond and then F1E1 appears. Here we start inspecting the control panel or user interface because if this component does not correctly send commands, communication with the main board is interrupted. In the workshop, we explained that when the panel and the board stop synchronizing, the system interprets it as a critical failure and locks itself for safety. On the other hand, there are situations where customers mention, we heard a small click and then the error appeared. In these cases, we check internal connections and wiring between modules because a loose connection or faulty wire can break communication between components. A technician in the workshop explains it like this. When the signal is interrupted, even for a moment, the system stops and protects itself. Continuing with what we see in the workshop, some customers say, after a power outage, the stove started showing this error. Here, we inspect the power supply system because voltage fluctuations can directly affect the control board's memory. We explained that these units are very sensitive to power changes and a sudden interruption can cause startup errors or internal communication failures. Additionally, we see cases where the error appears intermittently. Customers say sometimes it works fine and other times F1E1 shows up for no reason. In these situations, we inspect the entire system because it usually indicates that an electronic component is failing progressively, especially the main board or control panel. In the workshop, we always say that intermittent faults are the most deceptive because the unit seems to work fine until the problem becomes constant.